Okay, so I am back from uh my last stream, which I got too emotional over, and I'm sorry for those who, if I'm sorry to those who had to hear me go through that, but I don't want anyone to worry about me because I'm okay. I just got really emotional, but I vented what I needed to. I cried it. I let it all out, so it's fine now. But I am not going to stop. I was negative. I um I you know there's no reason for that stream to be removed. Um I didn't share anything personal, too personal on the other end. Just my own really. I said a lot of good things and the point of the video was to get across to you, Patrika, if you're watching. I made it because I love you and I'm going to continue to love you whether you're in my life or not anymore. And that's just how it is. You either accept that or you don't. But it's just the way it is. I'm going to continue to love you endlessly despite anything, and I'm trying to look back at the good memories because that's what I think of when I think about you. I don't think of the bad memories. I don't regret being with you. And you can take this whatever way you could, but this is my stream. I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm not going to bring you up in the future anymore. But I just want to get across to you remind you about all the good memories, because I don't want you to go to bed during night feeling upset because I don't know why you don't want to be on good terms with me right now. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. I tried looking into my perspective of it. The only thing I did wrong was be childish and block you from my life because I wanted you to show initiative towards me instead of me being the one who approaches you first, uh, most of the time. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into detail about the bad things. I just wanted to do what I originally was going to do in the stream that I totally forgot about because my mind was just everywhere at that point. So, um, I'm probably gonna finish singing the other two songs another day. Um, but for now, I'm just gonna go on about two little things, and then I'm gonna get right onto PVMing after, so I don't get so negative, I guess, because I can be a huge pessimist, and I'm just trying to hang in there and keep strong. So, when Patrika and I first met, I wrote a cover letter and a resume to her. And I wrote this because, I wanted to be with her. I wanted it to be a committed relationship. So I was scared. I was nervous because I didn't know too much about her yet. But I trusted her. It was a trust thing, right? And I wanted her to know that I trusted her. And I want her to trust me too. So on my resume, I put my full name, my address, my phone number, and my real life credentials and stuff. And keep in mind, this is was a huge risk for me. I could have left all this out, but I wanted her to know that I was serious, and I knew she was serious too. And so I couldn't sleep because I couldn't sleep at like 4 a.m. I woke up from a nightmare because I have night terrors, so I can never sleep. But when I do, I can sleep, but they keep me up at night because I wake up from them. Um, I don't have insomnia. Don't take it the wrong way. I don't. It keeps me up at night because I can either sleep and I'll wake up again. Like I'll just keep waking up because of the night terrors, and it's startling, like hearing me wake up from them too. So, uh, um, yeah, so I was gonna say for my naysayers. Yeah, so I either sleep and wake up all the time and lose a lot of sleep, or I can never sleep because I'm so terrified to go back to sleep. So yeah, I wrote this when I couldn't really go back to sleep, so I wrote it at 6 a.m. and and then I passed out. I didn't really revise it, but uh oh, welcome back, Drake. By the way, welcome back. So yeah, I will read out my cringeworthy resume that I wrote for her, and it's really bad. It's really bad. I look at it and I can't. It's just so bad. Okay, so my job objective, I put there's nothing more legendary than a Pokemon, but to capture your heart and all the rest of you. And then my highlighted qualifications will be as cool as a cucumber to you, reliable, gold particles, determined, loyal, and honest. I don't know, to be honest. You tell me. So that was my qualifications. That's terrible. Okay, so my words and accomplishments, I put being able to have found it being able to have found the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Like, but even like she just makes my heart beat. Like, what you even doing? Like, please stop. You make every PFV member freak out. Like, they've just run out of replenishment pots at RotS. Being a bay bay bay. Oh, like bay. That song, whatever. Now watch me watch me nay nay, watch me what was I on when I wrote my words and compliments? A volunteer experience. I'll be in the Phoenix gang to your Black Arm gang or whatever the fuck you picked. Oh my god. Education. I'm not gonna put that down because that's actually my real life credentials. Interests. Hazel-eyed woman who this hazel-eyed woman who go out of their way to buy the last Pepsi emoji bottle for me, which is a reference to her because she has hazel eyes. Your smile, voice, and laughter, and your happiness. And then the references are, I don't know, please just be mine, will ya? And then I put a cute smiley face. So that's my resume for her, of when I asked her out. Um, Now I will read my cover letter, which is, I didn't know her address, so I didn't like know what to put down. This was January 16th, 2017, when we started dating. So I put her name and I put her title, which is Gal Pal, question mark, because I didn't know if she wanted to be with me or not. I put 321 Don Trim Street, and then I put Compt, uh, comma ON, which stands for Ontario, and then N2B NUB, which means not too bad nub, which is kind of like a postal code, I guess, a made up one. So here is my cover letter that I will probably uh want to, I don't know, I probably will be a little, it's just so cringeworthy. I don't even want to look at it. Okay, so what did I write to her? To Nicole, and her middle name. It's 6 a.m. and it turns out that I can't sleep because I'm too excited right now. I'm writing this because I'm interested in a placement that resides within your heart to take me into consideration as someone that you can always rely on to be there for you through all the good and the bad. With a strong background in the language of GOML, I come to you to apply for this prestigious position to be your companion because, hello, I'm Trimcomp, and I've spent many GP required for this position through Fashionscape through the Solomon store. In the short time period that I've gotten to known you, you've shown me that my knowledge in RS completely, utterly sucks more than I think. But that's alright with you because I've a superb greet and meet. Like, hello, oi, io. Oh, that's right. I used to say oi all the time to her. Like, before I started saying Hanoi Minoi, like a doodle reference, SpongeBob doodle reference, I always say Hanoi Minoi, but I always said, I'd say oi and she'd say io. It'd be like that. I'd always be like, oi, and she'd finish, and she'd be like, eo. We used to say that to each other. Totally forgot about that. Honestly, I forgot about that. We stopped saying that to each other. We just say baba or Hanoi Hanoi, and stuff like that. We just I miss that. Maybe once we get talking, because I firmly believe this will work out. Because I even if it doesn't, I'm still gonna love her forever, and that's all that matters really. Um, that I never give up for what I love. So, and for my dreams too. So, yeah, I don't know if I worded that correctly, but um, yeah. So let's continue the end of the cover letter. As a result of my admiration towards you, I feel less than qualified to fill this position to be yours. So I'd really like to arrange a response at your earliest convenience toward my proposal and being with you. Thanks for taking the time to read this horrible letter. I look forward to being yours truly, or maybe buying GF at 3GP blocks. Sincerely, Share. So that's what I wrote to her to ask her out, and if she didn't say yes to that, I would have it would have been embarrassing, to be honest. So yeah, and then there's a poem that I wrote to her, and I will read out that poem. She's not much for sentimentals, so she doesn't really see much to this. And I used to write poems every day. I used to write it all the time because it was just a huge hobby of mine. But then I stopped writing because it became an obsession of mine. Right? I'd write and write and write and write, and skill blocks share. I'd write and oh, this guy looks cool with his top hat. Yeah, I'd write so much to the point it was just unhealthy at that point because I had this addiction with writing poems, like kind of like a Beethoven addiction with his piano. Um, and it was just my family and my friends were concerned about me because I was addicted into my writing, and so I stopped writing. So I got away from poems and poetry. Um, and then when I met Patricia, that's how her full person. Um, I wrote something for her. I tried again. It wasn't the same. I didn't have that addictive feel, to write something. But I tried to put it like I write best when I'm so out of it, like when I'm tired. So I kind of purposely put myself in a position where I was unhealthy. So I didn't sleep for like 2 days, just so my mind would be out of it, so I could write easier because that's when I write best. So I wrote her this poem, and I don't know I have to find it. I remember I sent yeah, it's in here somewhere because my iPod broke, so there's nothing in it. So I remember I stored it somewhere. Hold on. Here it is. Um so this is what I wrote her. Oh shit. I wrote her this before we even started the date. So this was January 8th. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 8 days. So this was 8. Why did I even count? 8 plus 8 is 16, obviously. So this was 8 days before we started dating. So I wrote her this. Uh, Sometimes your ambiguous ambitions makes my everyday. You try to give people hope in the words that you say. You're bright and you're bright and passionate. You make those around you want to celebrate. And I reckon you're full of pure genuineness and enlightenment. You're not afraid to be full of embarrassment. I love your fierceness, courage, and comical humor. Oh, how you've made my voice fill with exciting tremor. I honestly love your individuality, like you've ignited a sparkle in my forgiving mentality. I love to hang out with you and just hear your amazing little laughter, and then just hear it all again after. You suffer as well as any of us, but you never bring yourself to open up and tell. You dare to just live in the moment, and you really like to live it well. You spread happiness at its best, and I love that about you. I could go on and on and on, to be completely honest. You make every day of life seem like a groovy vacation, so thank you for being such an inspiring motivation. Keep being yourself as the awesome person you are, um, and never stop aiming for the stars. Live up and go far. So that's what I wrote to her, and I look back on that and I realized, how did I write that? Like, it's I don't know, it's decent, I guess, but yeah, um, yeah. So that's all I really wanted to say. I wrote, because I never really like put in perspective what I did for her. I only put perspective what she did to me for me. Because I don't know, I'm pretty modest with things, so even that poem, I don't really think it's that great. But I don't know, people have told me differently. So yeah, um, there's one more poem that I wrote, like a foretelling kind of poem, I guess. And I can read that out too. This was way before I met her. Oh, I have a lot of fan mail. Damn, that's neat. Oh shit, I have a lot of free item tokens from the treasure hunter. I got just now. That's really neat. What can I buy with this? Check currency pouch. Open. Hey, 5,000 new rares. What should I get? 4K poison hat. Or poison hat. Twang crossbow. Map hat. Height train. Band. Oh, I want the band hammer. But yeah, new rares. I don't know. I feel like I should stack this up. All this is gonna be limited rares soon, I think. So I think I should wait for that if the new rares aren't that great. Get the hat, it's amazing. We'll see. I'll just stack up for now. Add to currency pouch. Yeah. Alright, so what was I gonna do? What was I saying? I lost track. Oh yeah, I'm gonna read another thing that was kind of a foretelling kind of thing of what I wanted. As soon as I can find where I wrote it. It just sucks because my iPod is broken and it can be fixed, but like I could transfer all the stuff onto my computer, but I can't enter my passcode because the screen is broken. So I hope I get that fixed one day because there's a lot of things I wrote on the Notepad app that I don't want gone. I didn't store it anywhere else. So here's another thing I wrote. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Once upon a time. Okay, by the way, just to get a setting of this was outdoors. I usually just lay down in bed and start writing while I'm sleep deprived, but I decided to do something very different, and this took place in like 2013, I think. And so I decided to go outside to an area by me, and it's basically a plaza, I guess. Um, and there's like a bush right outside the. I mean, yeah, but a bush right, like bushes right outside the plaza, and this was during summer. Um, there were a lot of bees and there were a lot of wasps and stuff by the bushes, but I was kind of like homeless, I suppose, most of my life. But I had, and we weren't the wealthiest, and I didn't have Wi-Fi and stuff like that. So I went to uh this plaza for free Wi-Fi just outside of Shoppers Drug Mart because Shoppers Drug Mart provides free Wi-Fi. So I went out there and I went out there, sat by the bushes. People thought I was mental and crazy. There was an old lady across the street that actually went up to me and she was just like, "Are you okay?" Right? And I was just like, "Yeah, I'm just enjoying my time. I just came out there to enjoy the view. I didn't care where I was sitting. I don't care if people are passing me think I'm crazy for seeing by wasps and bees and stuff like that. It was nice. It made me not afraid of bees and wasps and stuff like that. They were, I don't know, there was like this bee that always just did the same thing over and over again when I went there. They were kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, I just sat by the bushes and I just started to write because I wanted to get a feel of being outside of my bed and just writing about outside of like nature and stuff like that, and just wanted to get a good view of things and try to, because it's not my style of writing. It really isn't. um so I wanted to try a different style of writing because my writing style is very different from what I'm about to say, because if you heard me write my poem to Pat that I just read out, you're gonna hear this poem and you're gonna think, what the hell, it's not even the same style of writing. But here is what I wrote. um Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, once upon a time, a blue bus notionally passed by, whilst the herd of birds in a tree sang their vivid lullaby. A lonely bee came back to do its route, to pick the pink flower's little spout. Some air-hot balloon of CPTV floated up in the sky above the artist, whom is me. An old kind lady greeted a bow with her head and retraced her steps from a waltz to a tread. A golden fly it slithered up the artist's mellow arm and around her pale fluorescent thigh. A mosquito went its way and levitated past the artist straight away. Till day went from humid to the shades, bright sunny yellow to dim-lighted jays. It went from a mirage of pain to the artist's eye to two artists serenading their adoring pride. They silhouette their gloomy days in the slums of a kingdom united as two joyful chums. There is no place for such another, because all they need is their love and affection for each other. Through the hazy storms and dazzling sunshine, they would repeat they would daily repeat the same old words, "Would you be mine?" In the corners of their souls and their future time goals, they neatly imply till they would kiss each other with no tick of shy as their superstitious reply. They would clutch each other with such tremendous heat, do all they would, um, they would clutch each other with such tremendous heat, do all they would for a precautious fleet, and with faith at last they strive for their dream to meet. Now, one became a top-secret hacker, and the other became a poetic little crafter. They lived as well as died together, longingly smiling, happily ever after. So that's one of my favorites that I wrote, and I just think it's cute because most of the poems that I write are really negative, and they're just really negative, and it's just really really long, and it's like I could go on about like my other poems that go on to like 4 or 5 pages long, and it's just negative. I don't want to ever look at them. So yeah, that's one of my favorites because it's so positive. And the poem that I wrote, Pat, too, towards Pat too, even though it wasn't as great as that one, it was, it's from my heart, and it was positive, and there was nothing negative about it because every poem I've written always has some negativity to it. And Pat was the first person I actually ever wrote a poem that had no negativity to it. So, you know, I honestly love her. Nice poem. I like it. Yes, I'm still watching. Thanks, thanks, Mitch. I keep thinking cutie because yeah. I keep reading it. And I'm like, never mind. Okay, I just lost track of what I was saying. But yeah. So that's all I have to say regarding my relationship, and I hope it works out for us. I know it will, cause uh, I always find a way to things, and I'm not gonna give up, cause it's not in my blood to do so. So yeah, let's see if I can earn a large parcel. Come on, Jagex. I really want my barrels rings. Come on, please work. Confirmed. No! Small parcel. Rip. Okay, let's see if there's any RotS team going on. There's one RotS team going on. Why am I in this group? I'm gonna join this RotS team and see how we do. After I look at my messages and stuff. Look at thanks for the DM streak. That's amazing. Let me look at Twitch chat because I haven't looked at that. Banhammer. Hi, backup tank. Yeah. I might. Yeah. If I could retrieve any. Oh, do you guys want to hear my story that I've been writing too? I'm gonna write. Write my story. Like, it's like 1 page of it though. I haven't really been working on it. I kind of gave up on it because the story was supposed to be about Pat and I too. But I gave up on it. It was supposed to be a fiction story, like a cool action fiction story, but I gave up on it. I probably will finish it one day, but it's like 1 page long. Where is it? I am not on the wrong Gmail. Yeah, I'm on the wrong Gmail account. Let me go on the Gmail account real quick. What's my password? I fucking hate Google how you can't reuse the same password as you once typed in. They changed this back in August, so you're not allowed to use the 100 of the previous 100 passwords that you've used before. So if you want to use an old password, you have to literally just change your password 100 times until you can use it. So I find that really lame, but I guess it's to bump up the security, which is, I'm not going to complain. um further complain anyways. So yeah, I just hate changing it and not being able to use it. So I'll just stick to that password. Never quit, you the best. I'm gonna zoom in my screen so you guys have a clear view of my character. I'm gonna get my chicken too. Chicken, and my beer. I don't drink my ale. That's actually Pepsi in here. It's hollow, it's transparent, so you know, it's just all Pepsi because Pepsi can be in a transparent cup without without going through the glass because you know Pepsi is just that great. Pepsi is the type of drink that can walk on water. You know. Okay, that was just no. Okay, so here's my story that it's meh. It's like 1.5 pages long. Here I'm gonna read it. Okay, so the silence couldn't resonate any louder. I deeply wanted the noise to stop. Thoughts flourished one by one. Hold on, I'm gonna take a drink because my mouth is dehydrated. Okay, let me try again. The silence couldn't resonate any louder. I deeply wanted this noise to stop. Thoughts flourished one by one, as faint darkness of the night invaded my vision. My efforts in maintaining the peace only trudged me. I lay with remorse and wounds left on the trail I once had all the courage in the world to stand up against. Fears of being powerless, vulnerable, and weak never stopped my growth and progress. Nothing would hold me back. But today was substantial. I had lost control of myself, as if connection with the air became an overbearing supply of turmoil. From that point on, it was an un, it was an inevitable strive to keep sane. 21 years of adolescence, and I've grown timid. I thought explorations were at its peak for me, but life damned me with another unexpected occurrence. Just yesterday, I was carrying on with my day, embarking on an unfathomable journey. Today, it was near from impossible to pick up where I last left at. The pettiness disgusted me. My heart was pounding a mile a minute. I eventually snapped out of it and came to the realization there was silence dwelling in my front driveway. Eventually, the doorbell rang and had broken the silence. Hearing the sound of the ringing downstairs took my mind off from the pent-up feelings I couldn't redeem. Following the constant ringing were now heavy knocking in the rhythm of two abrupt strides. Time was ticking, and I knew I had to react quickly before they barged down the door. I listened closely to the set of knocks to determine the gap between the next knock. It was roughly 7 seconds. If they kept up with it, their patience would stop at around the 8th time they've tried. That'll give me about 56 seconds to escape. That's not enough time. I pressed my ears up against the wall, and I could hear bickering amongst some police officers arguing about their duties. What a relief, I muttered to myself. That'll definitely spare 2 more minutes for me to burst out of here. Think, I have approximately 3 minutes to gather my belongings. I took a steady glance around the room. Without much thought, I grabbed my phone, wallet, and gun. I glanced at the mirror hanging over the drawer and flashed a faint smile. I've been living in this household for 8 years. Uh, Hold on, my character, make sure it doesn't log. Uh, took a I grabbed my phone while I gun. I glanced at the mirror hanging over a drawer and flashed a faint smile. I've been living in this household for 8 years, but it was never a place I was ever fond of. This place was once a crusty-looking piece of junk with cracks and spider webs surrounding the place. I refurbished it the best I could by adding vibrant colored furniture and a bunch of cute decor, and refixing and painting the walls. Despite my efforts, the atmosphere always felt gloomy. With that being said, I figured a smile would be the very least I could do to brighten up the place one last time before it's destroyed. I also felt it was a sign of respect towards those who once built this place far before my time. I put my favorite black leather gloves on and proceeded to douse the floor with gasoline. Reaching for the bedside table, I grabbed a box of matches and lit one up. I was prepared to burn down the place. I knew this wasn't a sufficient way to cover up all my tracks, but it was better than nothing with the shortage of time I had to escape. I escorted I uh I escorted myself to the window and cracked it wide open. Sitting halfway out the windowsill, I threw the lit match on the floor, seeing fire form in an instant. I took my high heels off and jumped onto the roof's platform. I staggered a bit on the clay top, viewing the yard below me. It was a 16-feet jump. Suddenly, uh, a huge explosion in the front of the house with heavy Suddenly I heard a huge explosion in the front of the house, with heavy footsteps marching their way through the entrance. Soon after, the yard gate snatched open, and a woman with dark brown hair slowly entered, examining the area with exaggerated precaution. Her hair was people going in the stream. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, I'm reading my story that I wrote. Uh, Suddenly I heard explosion. Blah blah blah. Soon after, the yard gate snatched open, and a woman with dark brown hair slowly entered. By the way, that's Patrika in this fiction story. Soon after, the yard gate snatched open, and a woman with dark brown hair slowly entered, examining the area with exaggerated precaution. Her hair was pinned up into a messy high bun, and there was a pose about her in the way she held her stance. Wow, she was quite tall. She wore blue denim jeans with a white tank top and a fancy-looking white watch, along with black striped white sneakers. Her eyes darted from one corner to the next almost simultaneously. I needed to knock her out before she notices me. If this were any situation, a gunshot to the arm would have been enough. I didn't have a silencer equipped to my revolver, so that wasn't an option. I decided my heels were going to act as a weapon. After all, my heels needed to get down somehow. I was confident with my aim. The worst case scenario would be a messy knockout. I wouldn't want her bleeding on the floor. Bleeding. I wouldn't want her bleeding or the blood to stain on my heels, but they were already red and it wouldn't be too noticeable. Studying my aim, I carefully lunged the heel towards her back. She caught it without even having a mere glimpse of it. I was puzzled. She turned around and throbbed her head back, flashing a smirk at me. She motioned her fingers to come at her like she was prepared to catch me. I didn't trust her, but I was running out of time. I acted fast by throwing down my other heel, expecting it to land on the ground. Instead, she caught that one too. Show off. Heck, I'll be damned if I survive this fall. Without further ado, I jumped down in hesitation. She managed to catch me by surprise. I now had an upfront view of her. I looked at her, confused and blanked, like I had no idea what just happened. She stared at me, and I stared right back at her. I hadn't noticed from afar, but she has the most lovely hazel eyes I've ever seen. Shortly, they changed to a dark gray, and I quickly found myself absorbed by them. She looked more beautiful close up. It was difficult to keep my eyes off of her. "Are you okay?" she said. Are you okay? Hearing the sound of her voice made me retreat from staring into her eyes much longer. In fact, I panicked and slapped her on the cheek. My defense mechanism dominated from having an appropriate human interaction with her. She leaned forward and planted a kiss on my lips. What the heck? Given the unfortunate events today, I try not to question it. I've never kissed a woman before. It felt nice and soothing, like all the troubles and worries had vanished. Even so, I didn't want to get sidetracked. My desires in escaping were more of a priority than falling for a random stranger's charm. I grabbed and tightly. What the fuck did I write? Oh my god. Okay. I grabbed and tightly. I grabbed and tightly squeezed her boobs for her to let go of me. I random positioned myself to sprint miles away. I turned around to look behind me and she was gone. Who is she anyways? So yeah, that's all I have for my story right now, and I don't know if whether I'm gonna continue that, but don't take it the wrong way. I just grabbed onto them to escape in the story. But yeah. Oh shit. I remember when you asked. I gotta read this screenshot. I remember when you asked me about the roof. Hi. I remember you asked. Oh yeah, yeah. uh, that's funny. Backup tank. Yeah, the roof reference was thanks to Drake for that because I didn't know the different. I didn't know much about roofs, so I was asking around and read up, see off topic, and I was asking people if they knew anything about roofs, like the difference between roofs, because I wanted a more descriptive scenery in the story. So Drake taught me the difference between a clay top roof and a clay top roof and what else? the other one. Oh shit, I forgot what the other one's called. It was in my story. What kind of roof did I use? Uh, close that. Close that. I have way too many tabs open. Clay top. Yeah, it's a clay top roof and a shingled roof or something. And yeah, he taught me the difference between a shingled roof and a clay top roof. And he said a shingled roof is mostly used in Canada. So like the roofs are mostly shingled in Canada, and the clay top roof is more um ghetto. So I was like, okay, well I'm gonna use a clay top roof then because that's more ghetto, and it's supposed to be like an action story at the beginning. That last part went from 0 to 100. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't know. That was yeah. It's supposed to have some humor in it, you know. Everything's so serious, the action and stuff, and you know, there's this girl who is just went in her backyard, and you know, she's the main character was me. I didn't really name the character yet. You don't get to you don't an introduction to her doesn't get introduced yet, but the other girl who came in gets introduced a little bit. Like we know a little bit about her. She has dark brown hair and hazel eyes and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just basically escape. Yeah, she burned her house down because the police was at the front of her house. She didn't know what happened, or well, we don't know what happened because she did something for the police to show up. So she was trying to escape on Hi Drake. She was trying to escape through the back of her house, but she had to jump down the roof. So a girl shows up in her yard randomly, and you know, how did that girl show up in her yard? Like she had to go past the police to end up in her yard. Either that or go through her neighbor's house and you know climb the fences until you reach it. But that wouldn't make any sense because she went through the gate to go to her yard. So this girl was managed to dodge the heel thrown at her. Like she could have superpowers. I don't know what she's gonna be like. I don't know if she's gonna have some kind of like martial arts superpower or something where she's able to just like have fast reflexes or something because it's inhuman to be able to dodge that heel thrown at her and to be able to catch me jumping off the roof and stuff like that, and to be able to disappear as soon as I escape. Like I looked behind me and she was just gone in a glimpse. So I don't know. Like from there, I didn't know what to put the story as. I didn't plan this story. I just wrote as go. So yeah, that's one story. And I have another one that I wrote like when I was like fucking 12, but it's meh. I don't know if I want to read that one out too because there's no RotS team forming right now, and I don't know what to do. I should be doing fan mail or something. Yeah, I'll just read my other story real quick, which is not as great. I don't know where I was going with it, and I still don't know where I was going for it. It's just gonna be there forever. Just stay that way. It's literally so bad. Facebook, more. Where's my notes? There it is. I tried writing a poem in Spanish with two R's mi corazón. Oh my god, it's so fucking cringe. Who was your favorite band? I'm working no named novel. Or wow, I wrote many stories. Oh wait, here it is. Oh gosh. So this story was titled Rekindled Feud. Oh, by the way, the other story, I titled it Version of Me. Basically after a song that I like. It's by Kimbra, right? The song's called Version of Me by Kimbra. And I was listening to that late night. It's more of a song that you hear late nights than for general listening. And it's a really deep song. And it's basically Kimbra, the artist. She's singing about herself and her insecurities. And one of the lines, what is it? Hold on, I haven't listened to it in a while. It touched me a lot. Like it touched me a lot. I felt really content with myself after I listened to it. And not many songs do that to me anymore. So I was just I named my story after her song if I could Google it correctly. So it's basically she says The whole song is just like, next time I'll be kinder with you. There's just this habit that I have. I throw my words around like fire. They catch on your good heart and your peace of mind. But next time I'll be kinder. And if I learn to take it lighter with you, tell me there's something that I lack. Would that change? Would that make you change your mind? Would that make it better and buy me some time? Because I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. Every time I swear I will, you swear that I won't. There's a better version of me. Stay for the person I'll be. If there's a next time, I'll fight harder for you. Won't take for granted what we had. I wake with you in mind, but I'm tired. Fall on different phases are all these faults on mine. I can't talk, my mouth is so dry. Fall on different phases are all these faults of mine. Cause I'm damned if I'm true and I'm damned if I'm lying. Every time you say I lose, I swear that I'm trying. If there's a better version of me, would you stay for the person I'll be? I'll be for the and then it just goes on with I'll be for the person I'll be, stay for the person I'll be, stay for the person I'll be, and it just goes like that towards the end of the song. But it's a really good song that it's just a nice connection because it reminds me that there's insecurities with myself that I'm not okay with and my partner isn't okay with, and it shows like an optimistic message to it where it's just like, I'm trying, and I'll try to do this better. I'll try to do this. I'll be a better listener. I won't lose my chill and yell at you and stuff like that, because I have a way of words where it can really hurt somebody. And, that goes with anybody. Everybody has a way of words where they can hurt somebody that they don't mean to hurt, right? So I really like that. My favorite line about that song is, because cause I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. Every time I swear I will, you swear I won't. Um, and and the other one is, because I'm damned if I'm true and I'm damned if I'm lying. Every time you say I lose, I swear that I'm trying. I like those two lines, and the way she just sings is really nice. And the video of her is just sitting out in the ocean, um, and she's just sitting on a rock and just singing, and it's just beautiful. But yeah, I love that song. But I don't listen to it as much as I do. Like, if I really want to put my mind into a place where I want to feel content with myself again. If I feel like I'm losing myself, I'd listen to that, and it'd be a good reminder that, you know, just be yourself and don't let anyone bring you down. Nobody. So it's just nice. Anyways, that's just the title of the story that I wrote. Here's another. Oh gosh, here's another story. That this one I wrote when I was like 12. I don't know where I was going with this. It's like weird. Uh, it's called Rekindled Feud. Um, I don't know what I have with revolvers because I don't know much about guns. But there was a right, there was a white revolver laying on top of a rock in the midst of the deep blue river bank. Oh shit. There was a white revolver laying on top of a rock in the midst of the deep blue river bank. The revolver, he had thought to himself as her suddenly yells out, wait, what? The revolver, he had thought to himself as her suddenly yells out, I want it. That made no sense. Oh, the revolver, he had thought to himself as she suddenly yells out, I want it. There was also, oh yeah, because I was showing this to my friends before, my group of friends before, we I asked them, should I put this into like a girl character or a guy character, or is it gonna be first person story or second person story? So like, is it gonna be a story where it's just like I this, I that, I did this, I did that, or is it gonna be a story where it's just like he said this, she said this, and I wasn't sure what kind of style of writing I was trying to do, but over time I realized that I'm not really good with the style of writing when it comes to writing in a second person perspective, I think it is. Or yeah, second person perspective, where it's just like he said this, he did that, she said that. I'm more with the first person perspective, where I can write things better if I refer it to myself, where it's just like I. That's why I did way better in the story that I wrote versus this one where I was trying to figure out how to do something. And I figured out over time that if you want to write something, try not to be so pretentious with it. Like, don't use huge words in stories that people aren't going to understand. Like, try not to extend your sentence with huge words and stuff. Try to keep it simple, and that makes the best kind of story. Don't use too, like, it doesn't matter if it's a one syllable word. Try not to use too much sophisticated words, I want to say, I guess. Just try not to be so pretentious with it. And you just, if you want to write something, you just you just write the sentence. Don't look back on it. Just keep writing, because if you look back on it, you're gonna read it and you're gonna be like, that's not right. You know, the grammar is not right. I want to add more to it. I want to add less to it. Like, you get so you get so absorbed in the thought of writing a good sentence. Like, I'm a perfectionist, so like I try to be a perfectionist. So it's not something I like about myself, but sometimes there's a there's a good side to it. So there's a good side to it more than there's a con to it sometimes. So yeah, you just get absorbed into the grammar that you lose track of mind, and you forget where you're going with the story, and then you just lose it, and you ended up writing like two sentences because in like an hour, because you didn't know what else to you didn't know what else to you didn't know where you're going in the story because you're so absorbed with grammar. So don't pay attention too much for grammar and stuff like that. You could go back and edit it however you like afterwards. Because I was so used to writing with my ex, I used to write like this huge ass poem. It was really unhealthy. Um and I spent every day, every night writing one sentence a day, or at least two sentences, three sentences a day. So it was a poem that was a 1 year poem. It took 1 year to write. Because I was working and I only had like 2 hours of sleep, sometimes none a day, and I'd work really, really. It was exhausting. It was stressful. I ended up fainting a lot. The hours were long. I and when I come home, it's just cleaning. There's there's all those dogs and everything. Like, there's dogs and cats. There was two cats, three dogs. One of the dog, one of the cats died over at my aunt's place. But I was just it was not a nice experience. So yeah, and I put myself in a place where I just write, and that's why I kind of quit writing too until I met Pat, because it was just unhealthy. It was really unhealthy. Um, but yeah, so I was the type of person to write one or two sentences every night and make it into like this perfect sentence, and then you know the next day I look back to the previous sentence that I wrote, and then I try to transition it and make the other sentence as perfect as I could, and that's how I wrote, and that's how I write poems. So when I'm writing a story, it's different. If you want to write a story and you want to keep going with it, you don't want to keep looking back to your sentences. So I'm trying to get used to writing where um I don't make every sentence perfectly, because that's what I did for a very long time when it came to poetry. So writing poetry is so much different from writing a story. Uh, so it's just like I gotta get used to try to fuck up grammar more. Try like that's one of my goals. Just try to fuck up grammar more. Like, I know how that sounds silly, but it's something I need to do, because I'm way too OCD. I don't have a OCD. Don't take that the wrong way. I really don't. But I don't know what other word to use. I'm like really OCD when it comes to trying to grammar everything, especially since I'm Canadian, and you know how Canadians are. We have to capitalize everything. Like, I think our English is the most proper English language out there. Like, I feel like like it's the most well done English out there. Like, we just have a way of words where we have we I don't know, we extend words with, well, besides the whole stereotype with the U and stuff like that, like adding a U to colored, right? We spell it COLOURED. Um and Americans don't use the U, but our our English is just, I think it's more proper than most of the world. But yeah. So Yeah, let's go down to the story I wrote. Wait, so this was Monday, October 12th, 2015. So that was 16, 17, 18, 19, 16, 17, 18. Wait, what? No, that was not it. Here, this is the proper one, 2013, but I rewrote it. Ah, okay. So this was August 26th, 2013. I titled it Rekindled Field. There was a white revolver laying on the top of a rock in the midst of the deep blue river bank. The revolver, he had thought to himself as she suddenly yells out, "I want it." There was a fish swimming with such harmonic pose. He wanted that as well, and evermore there was the moon shining so brightly against the water. He can see his own reflection. He was delighted. Darkness. It's an empty void, but where has the light gone? He constantly thinks to himself and blurts out, "Is it hidden? Why does it feel so cold? And if there's nothing, where am I?" There was an awful smell to the west of here, and there were flies swarming everywhere. He constantly had the thought of wanting to go home, but there's a gigantic boulder blocking the pathway that he would usually take to head home. Construction, perhaps? There's a lever on top of the boulder, and it appears to sit far from his reach. It wasn't his fault that he was so short. He was only a mere baby when his mother dropped him. He continued to examine the place, but the breeze did not feel pure, and the sky had seemed to be as gloomy as ever. He wondered, uh, he wondered if he should pull this lever. Would the boulder at least budge? Thinking deeply to himself, he came to the conclusion that it wouldn't hurt to try. Scrummaging for some tools, he dug deep to his right side pocket to see if there were any useful tools he could use to reach the lever. A dagger and a handkerchief. A dagger and a handkerchief? Question mark. Useless, he thought to himself. He reached for his other pocket, only to find a hole in it. "Hey, you with the choppy fringe. Yo, you're walking like a blind person. Ain't like it in an unlit room. It's broad daylight. For bloody sakes, get out of the way. We need to pour some concrete here." Looking above, he sees a midget sitting on the boulder. He thinks to himself, "What the fuck?" What the- Oh my god. Well, what age was I when I wrote this? So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I was 5 years ago. So 21, 20, 19, 18. So I was 17 when I wrote this. What the hell? Okay, looking. Did I lobby? No, I didn't. I gotta read the Twitch chat too. Oh, Senada Fortnite fanfic. No, these are horrible stories I wrote. Um, Looking at the midget, he sees a midget sitting on the boulder. He thinks to himself, "What the fuck?" The route seemed useless. For the time being, he figures he'd try a different route home. "Hey, watch it. This is a restricted area," said an agonizing voice. But he needed to get through. "It's an emergency, so fuck off, mate. I'll kill you," said a remarkably beautiful voice. What? What? Where was that coming from? He wonders to himself. He wanders around, noticing the conversation is coming from behind a pair of palm trees. He goes to check them out. From this moment forth, he realized the epitome of his life, the sole reason for his existence, and the reason he breathes. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Um, in front of him stood a, this is like a story where I'm trying to be deep, but I'm trying to be retarded at the same time. In front of him stood a goddess with exquisite red hair. Of course she's a of course she's a hick. Okay, I'm done. In front of him stood a goddess with exquisite red hair, natural blue eyes, and a heavenly voice beyond the imaginary. How can one simply be so scary but be so loving at the same time? He exclaims to himself. He couldn't just stand there and let that opportunity pass. After all, it's not every day he saw a maiden so beautiful walking up. Oh my. Okay. Walking up to her, he greeted her with a bow. A bow. He thought it a bow. He thought that was the right way to approach a woman with such a royal and elegant aura. Kanye 20, hashtag Kanye 2020. She exclaimed. Oh my god. Okay, okay, so I wrote the serious story, right? And me and a group of friends just me and my group I asked my group of friends to revise the story a bit, and they just revised it and they put it into this comedy. So the Kanye 2020 was not written by me. It was written with my friends Jess and Lawson. I used to do BA with them, and Jess, she still plays RuneScape, but Lawson, he doesn't play RuneScape anymore. Both Canadian, and they both live sort of near me, and I have yet to meet them in real life, but that's one of my like goals to do as well. I don't talk with them anymore. I barely do, but I keep in touch with them once in a while. So it's just nice to know that, you know, the story wasn't just like my like I don't know. It's just nice. It's nostalgic, really. So he thought that was the right way to approach a woman with such royal and elegant aura. Kanye 2020, she exclaimed. You pervert! The woman scorned at him. He looked down under his chin to realize he's drooling. Oh, real smooth, man, real smooth. Calm down. Your game is still not over. Nonetheless, it appears you're heading in the same direction as me, me lady. Would you care to fancy a walk with me? Yep, jackpot. I should have been born a prince, he thought. Why would I fancy the likes of you, she grimaced. What? Okay, okay, maybe this is fanfic. He looked down his blah blah blah. Why would I fancy the likes of you? She grimaced. Good point. Maybe you should take a walk with me, and I'll show you. You'll have at least one good reason to do so, he remarked. I would never take a walk with the conceited weirdo who drools when he approaches women. It wasn't difficult to spot your fat shadow as well as the Big Mac of yours behind the palm tree, she snapped. He was shocked about her noticing him and his Big Mac. He liked a woman with sharp wits and who goes to McDonald's. Okay, he grimaced and admired her even more. Fair enough. It's not every day you see a crimson-haired jerk recklessly arguing back with an armed guard. He snapped back with no shame. "Oh, fuck you," she said. "Fuck you too," he yelled back at her. She laughed. You what? She exclaimed. It's now day 2. Okay, it's now day 2. He's been stranded in this wasteland. He couldn't find a way home. He he managed to make a friend along the way. Uh, at the very least. Her name was Jess. She's Canadian. Cheers for the Toronto Maple Leafs. And has wavy blonde hair, bright blue eyes, and is currently 19 years old. They both seem to get along. She told him about an upcoming party she's attending, and she invited him to take along with her. He didn't think it was a bad idea, considering he had no place to chill. Does this dress look okay? Said Jess. He gazed at her in the short polyester black V-lined Versace dress. Gross. You look amazing, he lied. Let's be on our way to the party, he said. Let's, she agreed. Chapter 2. Party. Oh, I thought it said part. Chapter 2, party. Grabbing his arms, Jess dragged him across the party to a group of her friends. His jaw dropped when he saw the woman who told him to fuck off the previous day. I have to avoid the awkwardness, he thought to himself. Well, fancy seeing you here, he gestured towards the woman. You two know each other? Jess asked confusedly. Confusedly? Yeah, I met her in an abrupt time. It was during the zoo when nonetheless the animals could not handle her bullshit. Says the one who couldn't keep his thoughts in a bundle, clearly showing you'd want to get in my knickers, she snapped. Who even uses the word knickers these days? Are you from the 12th century? He exclaimed. Oh, I'd rather screw a camel than you. Their backs are always a hump. he added. You what? She asked, creeped out. I, I what? He asked, not sure what he said as well. Alright, that's enough flirting, you two, said Jess, who seemed annoyed. Flirt, they both yelled in sync. Jess rolled her eyes. Uh, Jess rolled her eyes. Let's be on our way. Jess, don't mind her. Let's enjoy the party, he said. As he approached the dance floor with Jess, it was becoming more noticeable for Jess that this man had some damn good moves. Let's just enjoy the party for now. I don't mind the woman we met earlier. I hope you're not. I hope you're not still angry about that, he said. No, I'm not. Why would I? Why would I be? She said. I guess you're right, he said. As they talked, drank, and danced all night, the party ended, and he noticed that Jess was looking at him. I'm beginning to confess something. I was annoyed earlier, but I've already forgotten about it. I'm sorry if I showed any attitude, she said. His heart drops as he notices that he has started to develop feelings for her. It's fine, he says. The convers Gosh, here comes the porn scene. The conversation ended, and they both stood awkwardly in silence. It was unusual for him to get nervous and shy around people, but somehow he was extremely nervous around her. He couldn't take his eyes off of her, but he did out of sheer nervousness. He noticed she was staring deep into his eyes. He looked away quickly to a different direction. He figured he'd make the best of this moment, and he would cherish every tick passing by, so he observed the place a little more. To his left there were fancy white tables with a nice furnished tablecloth covering it. In the center of the place, people were dancing on the dance floor while waiters would try to dodge them as they catered food across to the guests. The entrance was located in the southern end of the place. There was a long, mysterious corridor behind the DJ in the front of the place. As he is about to turn around, he notices her body shaking. He wondered what was wrong. He panicked and thinking he was scaring her off. He couldn't talk to her at peace here with all the loud agonizing music blasting about. Thus he decided it would be best to drag her throughout the dance floor back to the corridor that happened to that captured his attention earlier. When they arrived, there stood a precaution sign covered with a long red rope, as if the sign wasn't enough of a warning. She looked at him, confused and a bit scared. Unfinished, cause lazy, want to get off to the. I put a note on here. Stupid. Okay. Chapter. Dude. Um. Okay. So the chapter 3. Honey, how do I look? She said shyly. He turned around, and there she stood, posing in such elegance and embrace. He couldn't take his eyes off of her. He thought she looked beautiful. She wore a pearl pink dress revealing her cleavage, with her hair hung down loose past her shoulders. She was sparkling and dazzling. Before he knew it, he had his eyes completely set upon her. He desired her. He took a step forward and held her gently by the waist. This is worse than 50 Shades of Grey. I'm so Grey. I'm so sorry, people, if you're tuning into this stream. He took a step forward and held her gently by the waist, eyeing her up and down, observing and cherishing every aspect of her body, feeling down her soft, warm arms. He was mesmerized and tongue-tied, gazing her had met as if he had met a goddess for the first time. She was a goddess to his eyes. He realized she wasn't just a goddess, she was his goddess. He longed for her what seemed like centuries, and now she was here in front of his very arms. Both of their ideas met. She giggled and smiled brightly. She loved that he loved that cheerful smile. He couldn't get his gaze off of her. The tension between them grew. He desperately needed her. He saw her cheeks getting flustered. Her smile quickly faded. Well, she said earnestly. He struggled to find the right words, but nothing came out when he tried to speak. He felt her shaking nervously a bit. He felt her lips tremble as. Okay, this is supposed to be a gay story, but we decided to make it into a straight story. He felt her lips trembled as he placed and stroked his thumb softly against the stillness of them. He wasn't sure whether she was ready for this or not. He stared at her. Oh my god, what was I writing? He wasn't sure whether she was ready for this or not. He stared at her, observing her face carefully. He could tell she was aroused and wanting the D. He leaned forward to give her a deepening long kiss. Breaking away, uh, he, he realized he needed a taste of her some more. He plunged back towards her, longing for another meaningful. Plunged? What the fuck? I think I meant lunged. He lunged back towards her, longing for another meaningful kiss. He felt a rush of satisfaction and preserving pleasure run through his entire body. It was stimulating for him. He never had this feeling before. At this point, his body was moving on its own. He pushed her against the concrete wall, abruptly grabbing underneath her thigh, lifting them up to rest alongside his hips. Whilst kissing her immensely, he felt he was in a whole different universe. She gasped. That Big Mac, though. She was panting louder and louder as he kissed her. Oh, honey, he moaned sharply. She grabbed onto him, muffling the back of his hair as they continued to kiss. He felt her fingers trickled alongside his back, sending shivers down his spine. She pushed him down against the bed, straddling her legs around his body. Mesmerized and confused, extrapolating his thoughts, he estimates the sense of hesitation. What does this mean? He thinks to himself. What stands before me is a beautiful woman, bearing it all, and here I am, not 1 ounce of attraction towards her. Is something wrong? She asks. I have to go now, he answers as he leaves the room. Oh my god, it's horrible. There's more to this story somewhere in my Google Docs. Um, but basically, yeah. Let's see. There's more to it somewhere. Uh, I won't reveal what happens, but he has no affection towards her, and this is why. As soon as I could find the document, is this it? No, that is not it. Is that it? Is that it? No, it's not it. Untitled. All my titles are untitled. I mean, all my documents are untitled. But okay, this is gonna be annoying to find. Rate of C, rate of C, rate of C, rate of C. Everything is rate of C. Okay, I cannot find it. Maybe it's in Google Drive shared with me. RotS abilities, Rise of the Six, Stardew, Disney, Top 200, Rate of C, Master Quest Cave, Believer, The Dream Team, BA Record Methods, Confession. Here it is. So here's the rest of the story. So this is what mostly my friends wrote with me. It gets weird. Okay, so let me reread. So what stands before me is a beautiful woman bearing it all, and here I am, not 1 ounce of attraction towards her. Is something wrong? She asks. I have to go. I have to go now, he answers as he leaves the room. Oh, I forgot my wallet. Yes, the perfect excuse to show that I'm gay. Stop, maybe, guys. We are not writing a sex scene between two guys. This is not what guys think, LMFAO. The story is shit, William. As he saw her naked body, he was confused. Why am I not attracted to her? He thinks to himself, blah blah blah. As he saw her naked body, he was confused. Why am I not attracted to her? He thinks to himself. Is something wrong? She asks. I have to go now, he answers as he leaves the room. Am I bionic? He's bionic. Dude, I don't know How to continue while per flow. Dude, guys, do not put this much thought into it. Lawson, he logged for. he, he longed for her what seems like centuries. Question mark, question mark, question mark. It's been like one night, one fucking night. And they post like a handicap photo on the spread on the document. I haven't read one part of this story. Oh my god, and the whole document is just the sex, 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 sex at the end. Oh, that's funny. I gotta read up the Twitch chat. I swear the story got so many plot twists. Oh yeah, that's funny. I don't know that's the longest ass story I've ever written with my friends. But yeah, that's interesting, very interesting. Okay, more storytelling. Let's do this. What else do I have that I wrote? Oh, here's one. It's really short though. Um, this story is titled "All in My Head." Oh, this is depressing. This is short but depressing. Okay. The feeling of anguish and suffering. The feeling of anguish and suffering, all instituted away by the windowsill. And after a brief stare, I felt all the feelings vanish. I've grieved, and every emotion raised above my boundary. I can't stop thinking about the other story. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I've grieved, and every emotion raised above my boundaries and overbearing limits now anchored into nothingness. For the first time in my life, I stared at her with heart-stilled silence. The words that flowed out of my mouth were not of those connected within my dying heart with the screams I've wanted to shout. Yet I kept speaking casually. I couldn't stop chatting on and on. The more I spoke, the more life became distant from me. It's my duty, my contempt to protect her. She knew me at my worst as well as my best. Skipping through time, she no longer had the ability, nor the capacity, to see through my Im- impotence anymore. Every breath of mine became a useless chore, all completely wasted on her, my supposed significant other. She became a stranger to me, all within a matter of seconds. Supportive words were all she could hear me mutter, as I've clutched onto a bare minimum of such bewilderments dangling throughout my bloodshot eyes. She was different. Regardless, I carried on. It was all in my head, just all in my head. How do you make money? What the fuck? Oh, I lobbied. How do you make money? Oh yeah, I share stories that I write, and I just never stop talking about shitty life experiences, and that's how I make money. Yeah, and I just stand at the bank and um have insight tank. I have insight on because it attracts people around me. So if you have insight tank, why do I keep saying insight tank? If you have insight on, it attracts people around you. So see all these people, they're staring at my bank, which is over here. So yeah, um, they came to have a view of my bank because it's just that profitable. Um, This guy couldn't handle my bank though, so he's just looking away, staring at the wardrobe because he wants some clothes, but he's never gonna afford it because he's just trapped here. There's a fence, and he's trying to figure out how to get across this fence. But I don't think he realizes that there's a thing where he could just walk around the fence and to get to the wardrobe. Either that or he's contemplating life, staring at that tree and the hole in the tree, and there's no birds or any animal or squirrels or anything in there, so he's just questioning why there aren't any animals, and he's wondering if animals went extinct, and he's also wondering why nobody uses this change room to change. Um, he's probably wondering if he could where he could find a hatchet so he could chop down these trees because the leaves keep falling down on him on his bald head. What else? There's a sign here that says shake hands. So this is a meet and greet place too. all for my bank. Um, yeah, this guy is pretty wild. They name him the Gnome Banker because he likes to stare at other stuff while people are trying to interact with him. So say if I were to talk with him, good day, how are you? Will he stare at me? Oh, he actually moves. Wait, so how did somebody make his eye go to that side is the question. How did we, as RS players, go across here and speak with him on that side for him to move his face towards that direction? That's the question of the day. Here, let me try. Maybe, oh, damn, it's that simple. I was beginning to think he has imaginary friends like me. We could have connected that way. But yeah, this guy. Better stare at me, bitch. Good day, how may I help you? Before we go any further, I should inform you what you have items ready for collection from the Grand Exchange. I'd like to see my collection box. Oh my gosh, look at that bank. Look at that bank. What is that? I sold a dragon staff. Oof. It's beautiful. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know why people are watching me. I'm just literally contemplating everything. I've been standing at this bank for like hours just reading stories. Uh, I don't think I have any more stories to read, so if anybody wants to link me a story they wrote or anything, it'd be nice. Like, if you guys want to share your stories to the world or something, I could read it. Let's see what else is in my document. Hmm. I feel when you get more viewers by just standing and talking about everything than you do when you're actually PVMing and doing RotS and dying all the time. Who messaged me? Don't read this out loud in your stream or anything, Plox, okay? I gotta, hold on, I'm reading this message. Okay, see ya, Drake. Enjoy watching CSI or whatever. Yeah, CSI. Yeah, enjoy watching it. See ya. Take care, Drake. Thanks for, bank standing with me as well. This is Drake right now. Clanny Rain. It's white as fuck. Look at that whiteness. Wait, Drake, why are you white? You're supposed to be black in game. Your name is literally black. Like, Drake. Like, come on. You're lacking your blackness right now. What's your exam? Rating FC is my city. Fuck Red FC. Damn. Damn. I wonder if they still use the, I wonder if they got FC orientated, or if they're just Discord orientated. Rating FC. Damn. Feels bad, man. There was like 2 other people in here before. Now it's just me alone. Okay, well, I'm gonna look through my documents. 80 plus 2 splits. Who is this person? English. Oh, I think you're from my stream. Hi. Oh, the way I make money is I just do RotS, because I'm masochistic, and here's my RotS splits. So, here are my divine charges that I've done, because I don't have an alt account or a second monitor, so I do everything on my main. So this is how much charge I have. And this is how much charges I need to charge left. And here is how many charges I have stored right now. So yeah, what I use are urns, nightmare muspa pouch, and enlightenment aura. I think that's what you call it. So yeah, here's my loot tab for it. There's magic locks on here. Oh fuck! Did I just bank everything in here. Fuck you. I take them out one by one, so it's organized when I put them back in. So yeah. I wish there was a way to price check this. Is there a way to price check this in your bank? Rather than taking everything out? Because if there is a way, it'd be nice to know. I'll read the Twitch chat in a second after I fucking click faster. And my magic looks there. So, oh, price checker. That is my RotS loot of doing 1 to 2 months of RotS, I think. It's not. It's 1.2 bill. Or actually like 3 months of RotS, I guess. I haven't been playing every day. Like I haven't logged in every day to play and shit like that. And I wish I did log in just for the sake of parcels, so then I could get my daily parcels, because in half an hour it reaches the 20th, so people could get one large free parcel if they logged in for 20 days. If they spent their thing on the thing, Majingy, whatever. I'll show in a second. So I'm almost max cash stack. My goal is to give this. My goal is to make max cash stack. Return it to a friend, because a friend was quitting RuneScape, so he kind of like went berserk, and he just gave me his max cash stack. And I was supposed to originally share it with Patrika and I, my girlfriend, and yeah. So I'm hoping to make max cash stack. I'm 100 mil away, or roughly 100 mil away from it. So once I reach max cash stack, what's the max cash stack anyways? Hold on. How long have you had that name for? I've had it for the first name release change. I've had it. So when they're clearing out the name changes, how I received it was, since I'm such a huge Pepsi addict, I was trying to go for Pepsi, right? So while I was typing out Pepsi, I woke up like 1 minute before, or 2 to 3 minutes before this happening, because it was really early for me. So I was trying to receive the name Pepsi, and I couldn't get it. So I got mad, and I was tired, and I was cranky, and I think I might have been on my period, but who cares? Anyways, I just rage quit. So I typed in stupid, and I got the name stupid instead of Pepsi. Like I just typed in stupid because I thought I was stupid for doing, like, not waking up earlier, you know, getting some quality sleep just to get the name Pepsi. So I typed in stupid, and it worked. So I was like, okay, I guess my name's gonna be stupid from now on. And since I wasn't smart enough, I had my previous RSN was it was spelled loony with a IE, not a EY. So it was an IE, right? And not many people know what a loony is, except like Canadians. Like since this is a British game, right? People think it stands for like crazy, but it doesn't stand for crazy. Like a loony, it means a Canadian dollar. So our currency for a Canadian dollar is loony and toonie. So loony stands for $1 here, which is a coin. It's like a, I don't know, like it's like brown goldish coin, I think. And then toonie stands for $2, which is silver, and the outside layer is silver, and the inside layer is gold. So that's what my name was, but people kept thinking I meant crazy, so I was just like, whatever, I'm not going to keep the name, I'm just going to keep it to stupid. So I didn't end up saving the name, and plus I didn't know how to change my name so that, like, transfer my name to stuff, right? So, like, say I go to here, right, and I go to summary, and I try to change my name, and I type in stupid, right? So say I'm typing in stupid, whatever, and I click confirm. Wait, I don't want to fuck this up. I confirm. Say it shows stupid is already in use. So when my previous name was Looney, and I didn't know how to read Looney to transfer over to another account. So, because I didn't know how to type stupid again. So I was like, okay, well, whatever. So I found out later on that all you have to do is log in the main website, go to your account settings, and change it on from there. So if I did this on the website, my previous name would show as stupid as well, and then it would have removed Looney, and I would have just transferred that to an account. So yeah, uh, but oh, how I got Looney wasn't during name releases, by the way. It was just random. Like, my old name was I think my old name was like, what was it? I think my old name was like Pearl Pink, but then I got called a whale because of fucking SpongeBob reference. I didn't really think too much of that. I was just thinking of the color Pearl Pink. So, uh, yeah, I just randomly typed in Looney one day and it worked. And I was like, wait, what? How is that name available? It's an OG name. How is that available? Like, that didn't make any sense. So I was like, okay, that's cool. I guess I'm keeping Looney. But yeah, I got stupid after, and yeah, people don't recognize my name too much because, say my name was stupid, spelled normally, people notice that name really easily. And I get stupid jokes all the time, like, you stupid, or 9 plus 10 equals 21, nah, nah. Like, I didn't know what these jokes were until later on. Like, fast forward when I actually was curious enough to realize that, hey, there's so many people who have been making these same jokes towards me. I'm gonna Google them. So I found out the memes and stuff like that because I'm horrible. But I don't know if you guys, yeah, you guys can't see. I got the Chaos title, so that's why my name is spelled like capitalizations and non-capitalizations, so it triggers people. And also because people don't notice it too much as if it was just stupid alone, right? Like, I haven't received any stupid jokes in a very long time now that I think of it. I haven't. Wait, my DMs for splits. Oh, okay, so yeah. Uh, I don't think people like know that I'm OG because it's spelled like this, but yeah, enough storytelling. I think I read every single story I've ever written before. I could try to retrieve some more poems that I wrote. I don't know. Looney, okay, let's see. The Twitch chat, what the fuck, stream creative and write a story live. I don't even know what RotS is. RotS is Rise of the Barrel 6. It's the advanced version of barrels, regular barrels. And basically, I might be able to get into RotS when it resets. I don't know if I'm going to be on during reset time. Um, it's the advanced version of barrels, and kills usually take up to 30 to 1 minute kills with an experienced or decent team, and it's quite fun. Like, you are always running around a lot because there's a lot of mechanics in the boss. That there's 6 brothers. Okay, so there's 6 brothers. There's one map, but there's it's split into 2. So there's like a border in the middle of the map. Um, I can actually go there right now to show you how rots look like if you want. So let's go to rots. Played Hearse Max Guild. So if you ever want to do rots, change your skybox filter. Like, honestly, change it. Like, don't go in with a purple looking place. Just change your skybox. Just right click your map, skybox, change it to midday or something. I use midday. To enter, you need a barrels totem, right? And there's 2 bridges here. It goes up to 4 bridges. And once you finish a kill, the bridges collapse. So you can't just cross the bridge. You have to go through the ledge. There will be a ledge here that you go across. or there'd be a rope in the middle, and or like a pillar in the middle, and whoever is last in the tunnel trying to escape out of the kill has to take the middle. Well, it's reserved for the last person, so they could escape faster because the animation for crossing a ledge is longer than the actual animation for this. And you also have to wait for the first person ahead of you to cross it first, so it gets annoying. But as long as you have bladed dive and surge with mobile perk, it's easier. So yeah, I didn't set it to one instance, did I? Yeah, I can't go in because I didn't set it to one instance. So I can't really show you guys, gotta see from afar. So you see how there's a, a line in the middle there. So there's two teams, or it goes up to 4 players. So there's 2 people on this side and 2 people on the other side, and there's 3 brothers on each side as well. And you basically have to knock down each brother. So say if I knock down one brother here, the other brother on the other side is gonna heal 5k HP, I believe. I think it's 5k. So yeah, if you kill a brother on one side, it heals the other on the other side, and it has like this bar over top of their heads, right? Once you kill them, and you can't let the bar go down all the way. It's like a timer kind of thing, because if you let their bar go down all the way, it's gonna reset them and it's gonna respawn them, resurrect them pretty much, right? So to avoid that, you have to kill another brother before the bar goes down, so it extends the time before they reset. So basically, you guys have to work together as a team, even though you both are on separate maps. And one Barrel's brother could use a spec, like a special ability, on the other side. Like Carol, for instance, can use a lightning ability on the other side, and we know this if she jumps on the ledge, and that's when she's doing a lightning ability. She could also turn into a bomb, or he can also. I'll refer to him as a she because Carol is a fucking feminine name. So uh, she can turn into like a bomb, and you can click on the bomb to hop over to the other side. But you don't be around the bomb because it explodes on you unless you click it, right? So yeah, Carol is the issue where it just does horrible specs really, and it's just Toreg. Uh, the rotation changes every reset, by the way. So there's 3 melee brothers: Toreg, Dirok, and Guthin, and the 3 others are Dirok, Ahrim, and what am I talking about? The 3 others are Carol, Ahern, Dirok, Torek, Guthin. Fuck, I can't remember the last one. Did I say it all? So Torek, Guthin, Dirok, Ahern, Carol, Verak. There you go, Verak. Yeah. So it's interesting, and you have an inside tanker, so one person with inside tank on each side, who just tanks small, and usually people just do a double chinchompa method, where they you basically, so this is my inside bar. It's pretty bad. I kind of might want to change that up later, but here's my DPS bar. So say if you're not inside tanking, right, you want to spam click them. So you want to do an auto attack. So what you do is spam click the character, right? Just spam click a brother. So, oh, by the way, an important part of RotS is they spawn in alphabetical order from the north to the south. Not many people know that. So say their rotation is, I don't know, KGD, right? I'll type that out in chat. Hold on. Gosh, I can't do anything. KGD. So to know where they spawned in that rotation, it goes by alphabetical order from north to south. So in the alphabet, D is first. What's K, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J? Okay, so G and then K. So that's how the order is. So Dirac will spawn there. Spawn there. Guthin will spawn in the middle, and then Carol will spawn on the south. and usually we have two people using Chinchampas. What the Chinchampas do is they aggro all the brothers, right? So, if um, Derek and Guthin are both melee brothers, right? So they'd run and they'd run on top of Carol, which is over here on the south side right there, and they'd all stand on top of each other because they're melee brothers. They have to run to you, right? And Carol, he uses range, so Carol is not gonna run to you, right? So it makes no sense standing north or in the middle because Carol's not gonna run to you. So we just have two people standing on the south side on top of each other, and they just double chin, right? Which means they just try to kill all three of them on the spot there. And if they're really good, they'll get Carol down first, and then the other side won't have to worry about Carol. And then the inside tanker, he or she just runs around the area close to the DPSer and they just to avoid the melee brother specs. They just run around so it stalls them from doing any ability because they're not hitting you, right, when you're running, right? But you have to learn how to properly run them, right? You have to know when to use an ability, and you have to know the, what your DPSer is using as an ability as well. And all this, you have to pay attention to the other side and your side as well. So it requires a lot of you have to quickly react to a lot of things here. If you don't have like the mentality to react, like respond quickly to things, this boss probably won't be for you. You might like pick it up later on, but it'll take you like like here it took me forever to learn this boss because I'm pretty slow with things. So after a while, like it didn't take me to like what 4K KC to actually to actually know how to do this what boss really efficiently, like really well. Like I feel like KC actually matters in this boss, not because not because you have like a high KC or anything, because experience really matters in here. It shows that you have like a quick response time here. Every other boss, I feel like the KC doesn't really matter because it's just like slow ass bosses where it's just like most common sense is needed and stuff. So yeah. Do you think? Okay, let's see what I missed. Yes, please. You missed the one with the midget. uh, there's also Linza, which isn't part of this boss, cause Linza's just not here. But yeah, um, you missed the one with the midget. All others heal 5k. Yeah, 5k. Thought so. Do you think you can do one later so I can learn? Yeah, I can do one maybe. Like I probably could do like an hour of it if I get a team. I'm not too sure. I probably can. I might have to get off soon though. I'll see if I can get a team in like 14 minutes. But yeah, what's the rotation? So I use a rune bot for this. RotS. I'm not like an expert at this, but I'm decent enough to give advice for this boss. Where I know like everything to do, but I just don't know how to do it myself, you know? So it's just like I know what to do, but getting used to it is the problem for me. Like I know everything about this already, so it's just getting the hang of it that's my issue. I only have mage gear, but I can do Carol side, triple melee. People don't use the mage meta anymore, to be honest. It's not too bad as long as you know what you're doing. RotS before a long time ago here, people usually just have one magic inside tanker and somebody who's using range with Chinchampas, right? And we just have the mage inside tanker run around, so it's less risky of dying. And yeah, it's just less risky dying. Whereas when you're standing on top of somebody, you have to there's really no point unless you like I don't know. If you it's necessary to use Soul Split, Anguish, and Berserker. So you use all three. gosh, 3. Use all 4 of these abilities for that. So then you barely use any food. At the end of the kill, there's a chest here, and you make sure you have 2 free spaces, 2 to 3 free spaces. You just keep 2 free spaces, to be honest. If you end up getting a shield, you might want to pick up the item on the ground, because the shield, it means you need 3 spaces free, at least. So there's a chest there, and what you do is you surge through here, through this wall, right? You just click one space, so this is north. You click one space, southwest from the chest, which is basically over here, and then you just use surge, and then use, I don't know, if you have bladed dive, you can use bladed dive over here, and go through the ledge. And if you're the first one out, you're supposed to make the instance for this group, so then people can get on you. And yeah, say there was a guy named Bob and a girl named Felicia, okay? Say they're my team, and Felicia gets out of the tunnel all the time. She's the first one out of the tunnel all the time. So she creates this map, right? So everybody always the name is saved, so everybody has their name saved. So they just click her name to end up back in the instance. So they go on her. But say I'm the first one out of the tunnel, right? And Felicia is behind me. I make the instance, right? The last 2 people out, because there's a team of 4, right? The last 2 people out, they don't have to type my name just because I was the one who created the instance, created the instance, right? So they just had to type they just had to click Felicia again, because Felicia would be the second one out, and she'd already have my name typed out, so she'd be in here, and everybody could just go in Felicia. And they don't have to type my name, because it can be a hassle typing people's names sometimes. But yeah, communication is key. So that there's a few terms in RotS. So KD means Carol's dead. In on me means, in on me. I made the instance. F means rip. Yeah, there's just not much more to know. You could also type M or something, or whatever you want that you created the instance. But yeah, that's 2 in RotS, and it can be quite fun. You get male oven energies, and you get shitty shield drops sometimes, so it sucks. I highly suggest, if you're gonna be doing this boss, you have a Supreme Ranging Pot, Blood Berserker Essence, and an extended Reckless Aura. So I'm gonna extend that, extend that. And even though they nerfed the Zerk Essence with a Zerk Aura, it's still really good here. Like, I forgot the reasoning. Somebody told me, like, the ranks or whatever told me the reasoning. I forgot, but it's still really good here if you're experienced. So it's better to just use a Zerk Aura with a Zerk Essence in a pot if you're DPSing. As for insight tanking, that's not so wise. Yeah. Insight tanking, you want to stick with the Scrimshaw and Zerk Aura with some type of oval. Yeah. So yeah. So if you're a learner, you want to advertise yourself as a DPSer, the FC I use is, oh look, here. The FC I use is teaching RotS. They have a lot of inside jokes in this FC. They're not too welcoming as they used to be, because a lot of people quit, and it's a decent community. It's not as dead as I've last seen it. Like, there's actually people in there. There's not many people open for learners in here. It's all elitism here, I guess. As long as you advertise, oh, I know what I'm doing. Like, as long as you advertise, you have Chinchampas, Zerk Essence, Zerk Aura, and Soul Link, you should be fine. But if you don't have that, and Chinchampas as well, if you don't have those, then you're kind of screwed in trying to get into a team. The best the best way, like, I advise is join a clan, find some friends, practice with each other, and you guys won't have to deal with going into an FC for it, because there's a lot of inside jokes in this FC, which are really they're really bad. Like, say there's a learner in this FC, right? And you say something like, oh, looking for like RotS, or like looking for a team or something, right? And you advertise your KC, which is like what, 0 to 100 or something like that, or 0 to 500, right? They're not gonna really be open with you, and they're gonna be something. They're gonna make some joke like, oh, +3 RotS, right? Like, that's the because you need 4 people in the team minus themselves, right? So it's a +3 RotS, right? And you'll be like, invite, right? They're not gonna invite you. They're just saying that for jokes. You gotta realize when people are trolling you in this FC, it kind of gets hard to notice sometimes, because you don't know them. They haven't been trolling in FC previously, so it's just lol. Like, say you're a learner and you're just like +3 RotS. The host is saying +3 RotS. Another host is saying +3 RotS, and there'll be another person saying +3 RotS. Yeah, I don't know. It's just excessive at that point, I guess. Speedy, hi Speedy. I don't know Speedy. Hi Speedy. There. Are things going good? Okay now. Okay, so do you think I can do one later second then? I only have Mishka, but I can do Carol or Millie. Yeah, I know Wells, I'm pretty experienced at the boss, but I saw my ascensions when they're still high. I don't mind resetting. Turn as reckless with overloads, but as sharpshooter, you need to do either role without having to worry. Yeah, the safest option is just to use overloads when you're starting off. Well, if you need to be really, really experienced to be using a Zerk essence with a Zerk aura, because it hurts you a lot. But if you're really, really experienced, it doesn't really matter. You're able to do that, and the same goes vice versa. If you have if you're experienced with a Scrimshaw and an Overload with a Zerk aura, where you're able to do more DPS than you have with the essence, does this really faster. If you really know the right abilities to use, then it's your preference. To be honest, like, I feel like, yeah, it's just your preference. What you want to use, you could use a regular Ascension Bolts, or you could use Ruby Backramial Bolts E. And what they do is they procs once in a while, so the so like you'll hit like a 12k on them, right? So that's their procs as well. It's really good. It's like Tuska's Wrath, like a nutshell. How you been? Uh, I'm gonna see if anybody wants to rot, since I think we're +1. So yeah, I'm gonna invite backup tank for now. Look at this, so cute. I love these pets. I'm gonna invite backup tank right now, and sorry to those who just tuned in to hear my stories that I wrote and to hear my poetry. Maybe I can make up for it by reading a random ass poetry that I made, if I could find any. All of them were on my iPod, and now they're gone. But yeah, I could probably find something on my Google Documents. Uh, Backup tank. Oh my gosh, I forgot you guys can see my PMs. That's so awkward. Sorry. Fuck, it's so awkward. Uh, fuck. Uh, oh, whoops, awkward. Sorry, I'm just responding to DM. Okay, why did I put Liberation of Mazcog? Lol. Barrels update. Let's see the Twitch chat. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay, I'll try to watch and learn from you as well. I mean, there's lots of previous videos where I did RotS. Looney in Minnesota is just a fucking bird. Allow message. Whoops. The bot went through. Why is the swear word auto mod? Well, okay. Backup tank is in a group. Let's ask who else is on. There is nobody on, and I think backup. Yeah, backup tanks in the group still. Leave your group, man. Thanks. RotS. want to do RotS. Oh, he just came back to RuneScape. It'd be cool. Get him RotS. Who else to invite? Yeah, I gotta get off soon. I didn't eat anything all day. I had breakfast. I tried eating breakfast, but I was too depressed to eat breakfast, so I ended up just like having bacon and I had rice on the side, and I'm like, looked at the rice, looked at the bacon, I'm like, ugh, I gotta eat this meal. So, you know, I gotta be grateful for the small things in life. So I look at it, I'm like, yeah, I'm not eating this rice. Bye. Yeah, I just literally just grabbed like 2 pieces of bacon and put it in my mouth, and yeah, and then just went down here, and now I'm trying to distract myself, and yeah, just moving on. Still waiting for that job to respond back to me. I submitted it like a week ago. They need to respond to me. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to write a new resume again, and I have to fucking apply for a new one and do all that fucking stressful work again. But right now, I have too much free time, so I shouldn't be complaining. But it's not a competition of who has a one situation worse than the other. Everybody has their own problems, whether you're living in a third world country, whether you know, it's all different. Like some situations are very like there's some things where people compare too easily. Like say if you have like a really dysfunctional family, but you know your finances all right, it's decent. You know, it's not the best. You're not the richest. You're more on the poor side, but you're just like decent. Like I gotta give this guy a ring. You're financially okay. You know, and but all your life, you family and you, both your family and you don't get along and stuff like that, and it's just not a good feeling, you know, versus somebody who's on the streets and suffering because they can't even get a piece of food in their mouth. You know, sometimes I feel guilty. Like I have this belief where, you know, even if I'm sad, you shouldn't let it hold me back, right? So when I have like a meal handed to me, I try not to waste it. I try to clear it. That's one of the things people don't know me about. Because even if I'm really, really full and stuff, I sit there and be like, you know, I gotta finish this. I don't want it to go to waste, you know. And I should think about, you know, because I had experience being homeless before, so you know, it's just like, you know, but that's so long ago. It's so long ago. So I'm just at that point where it's just like, you know, I don't care about wasting food, but at the same time, I do. I still have that about me where I just have to clear food. So that's not something I like because I end up overeating. And it's kind of a health risk if I like stuff myself. If you're full, you eat, just don't eat. Just calm down, you know? But yeah, if I'm full, either that or I just save it for later. Uh, so I've only had 2 pieces of bacon today and water. But I'm just that's because I'm doing that to myself. Let's see. Looking for team events. Let's invite this guy. Went well, I don't know. I should leave this because I don't want people going inside the same instance as me. Hey, I'm going to bed. Hope you feel a little better. Take care, share. Take care, man. See ya, Mitch. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Good night. Let's do +1. Do 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 do. Oh wait. Uh. Okay. Let's go with this person. I would ask friendless, but there's watch everybody I know logs into RotS like want me to ink or DPS. Ink. Okay, so gotta log off that. Log off this. That. That. Maybe next week I'm gonna finish the 2 songs for sure. So yeah, I'll just be singing I'll be singing Bonnie and Clyde by Beyonce and Jay-Z just for the hell of it, because it's one of the songs I used to sing to Pat, and I didn't finish my video from earlier, so I'm gonna be singing that, and I'm gonna be singing That's What I Like by Bruno Mars, because I used to sing that to her all the time, and it made her really happy, and it made me happy seeing her happy. I have 1 Onyx left, so I'm gonna get another one. Who is that? Art area. Okay. Onyx. So when you're starting this, you want to make sure everything's in check. Oh my god, it's so high right now. Ah, really? My GP? Where you at? Here. You want to make sure your gear and everything's in check. You want to be as nerdy as possible. I can ink West gearing up. Okay, you want to make sure your ring is charged. That's what the onyxes are for. So you're using Chinchampas, because they all disappear if you don't have a ring of death with you. What is the rotation right now? Whoa, the light just went from like 0 to 100 real quick in this room. I might have to go mute midstream or something, because I gotta go soon, I think. So the rotation is AGV K, or I go by the opposite, so TKD, AGV TKD, AGV TKD. You want to gear up as fast as possible too, because you don't take this long to gear up. So you want a bonfire. So use the highest blocks you have for it. Yeah. This is my gear setup. My Serenic's almost depleted and stuff. You want that mobile perk right here, the little agility man. You want that on your a sword. You want that on a sword. And aftershock too. If you have an aftershock on your main one, you need aftershock on the other, I guess. The familiar you use as a nihil. Try not to use too much food. And you want to do 6 kills without depleting your inventory. So yeah, let's see. I have my bolts. I have my chinchampas. How much chinchampas do I have in the bank? Chinchampa. Yeah, and I have everything in check, really. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my other preset where I don't have a ring of death, because I haven't died yet. So I like to risk it first kill by using this ring, because yeah. In on who? Me. So Bosom is tanking me. Yeah, that's so convenient. Look at this. 0 bridges. 0 bridges. So he's inside west. Backup tank is inside east. Oh, so I'm just DPS and leech. Okay. Well, it's not really leeching because backup's using magic, I suppose, unless yeah we get killed down last. So we're not gonna do a DD method that you can see. Okay, I'll try to watch what job. I'm still an it's a data entry invoice. It's associate. It's not too far from here. I'm still a noob to be honest. I haven't really bossed those. So it's basically an accounts payable job. So Friends West. Okay, so we're not doing deep share. You want to come over here? Yeah. Make sure you have insight tank. Make sure you have insight on. I keep saying insight tank because your name is insight. I mean your name is backup. DD or run like chicken. Wait, is he using Chinchompas? I don't know. We'll say activate aura. Let's do this. Start. So yeah, I start off with my sentience. Usually, when we're double chin chomping, I have a specific. Oh shit! Why am I using unload? Why did I do that? It doesn't even work when they're moving. Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Back up. That was my fault. I'm being rusty as fuck. Sorry. You switch back to your ascension. Oh fuck! Watch out for the bomb too. You switch back to your ascensions. I think I'm gonna commentate the other kill because I'm trying to get used to this. See how that guy hopped over to the side? He clicked on the bomb this way. And while you're waiting, you want to use freedom and anticipate so your gen gets up, builds up. Gosh, are you kidding me? Bomb on the other side. What not to do? So we're not using soul link. Gosh, soul link. Yeah, this is gonna be improper, so I want to take my advice for everything. I'll try to do my best I can. I want to use Excalibur outside of here because the cooldown's faster, and it doesn't work while you do it right after the it doesn't work right during in tunnels when you're escaping and stuff, or when the cutscene goes through when you're finished a kill. So you want to wait till you're outside of the tunnel to do it, or you want to wait when you're back inside the tunnel to do it. But it doesn't matter too much, I suppose, as long as yeah, it's better to just do it outside of the the cooldown's faster. Yeah, so I have to turn Soul Link off. So prayer is better. Making phone call, 20 seconds. And make sure your prayer, like if you're sitting down, it replenishes your HP faster. So while you're waiting for people, you can just sit down and rest. Make sure your HP is up too, because mine is really low. Usually kills start really instantly, so you have to it's fast. So you have to be fast about it. Yeah, you just have to be fast. We're not doing the DD method, but you guys could probably pay attention to the other side of what they're doing, because that's the proper way. But yeah, uh, yeah. Do 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 do. So activate. You see that's the animation for it. Switch to Chinchampas right after, because you can't auto with Chinchampas. You want to make sure you're away from that for Carol's spec. The same goes for that side with Ahrim. So the rotation is basically you improvise if you're having a mage inside, I guess. But you want to use Tendril if you have two melee brothers, and you want to use um, Snapshot as your next ability for it. Unless they're really high, you could use Rapid instead. And save your Onslaught for Carol. There you go. The other guy died. The reason why we don't use Mage here is because if you're on Ahrim side, you barely do any damage if you're maging it. Like, you do 0 damage whatsoever. So we just had, the method is usually quad chin. Everybody's just standing on top of each other. If you have a really good team, it works really well. If you have a shit team, you die really fast because you're not moving away from their spin attacks and stuff like that from the melee brothers. It all depends on yourself and the inside tanker to pay attention to that. You want to spam click the ledge as much as you can so you have full control over the others. Oh my gosh, that's a fail. You don't want to do what I just did. And on me. No, it's not you. Back up. It's some no. It's GB. Screw the GB, really. Awesome. Oh, GB means group bank, by the way. So if somebody in your group calls GB, because they're gonna go bank, if they aren't confident enough to make it back in the tunnels before everybody else or close to everybody else, then you call GB. Everybody banks with you, so we all have evened out replenishment pots or adrenaline flasks, or I mean adrenaline, yeah, flask if you use those instead. But yeah, you need to bank with everybody when GB is called. I usually don't call GB. I usually, if I need food and stuff, I don't want to be that nub because you need to go six whole kills without banking. So if I am like the second out of the tunnel, right, or the first one out of the tunnel, and if my team is way behind me, I am able to go to the bank and just load my preset real quick and surge and bladed dive as quick as I can and be back before they even head out. So that's my so like you need to be really skilled for that. But yeah, activate. So you spam click it, wait for it to go through. See that there's a bomb. You want to avoid the bombs. Oh shit, I should have hopped. I didn't. I was like, where's the last bomb? Oh wait, Carol's still here. Never mind. We should not hop. I keep forgetting Carol's on our side. I'm an idiot. Wow, they are really slow. What's happening? Yeah, so this is an example of a bad team. um, where we're not getting Carol down first because both doing different ways, and the inside tank keeps dying on that side. This is why I like Carol's side. Even though Carol's a bitch. Yeah, the DD method, the DD means death thought. You stand on top of each other, so he's here. I stand on top of him, and we just DPS down as we can. It can be really dangerous if they do a spin attack and you're not ready to run away, so your teammate and you both die. So, yeah. GB. I'm not GBing. They're gonna call GB every kill, that's not right. See, EB's like no food if you're like, if you're really good with this. To be honest, I use less food as an inside tanker than I do DPSing sometimes. Because if you're really good at running, you barely get hit. So you're not getting hit whatsoever. Whereas a DPSer, they're using tendril, so they're kind of getting hit by themselves, you know? Trying in on me or other lad. Join Buzzone. Not here. If you could, I could ink wipe, if that's a problem. Okay, so change of plans. The other guy kind of rage quit inside saying things, so the other guy's gonna take over for him. I would have done it instead, so you guys can see a feel, but inside thinking what? What job? I haven't really bossed. Good bot fast. That is. I'm just being a lazy fuck right now. Honestly, I'm being so lazy. I need to get them down quicker. Okay. So switch to my weapons. Prayer. Start. Ah, fuck, using it up 100%. Why am I even bothering? I can just use thresholds and get down right away. Lightning on their other side. It'd be easier if we got in call with them and stuff. Back up. Do you want to get in call after? I don't know if they're watching still. It'd be easy. It'd be easier to like communicate and stuff like that. Ahern's on the ledge. She's gonna spec. I don't want them to get exploded. Yeah, back up. You get their side. Don't worry about myself. Please. Oh, they're gonna reset, are they? Yeah, they reset. It's fine. My prayer is almost down. Oh, I need to. Fuck. I need to eat up this. Oops. Gotta make sure Tor doesn't annihilate me, cause his spec could ground me. As long as I get Torag down, I should be fine. Stats are so drained. That's what happens when you don't have overloads. Okay, Carol time. Yeah, I'm not gonna get this down. There you go. Even if you're low on, even if I'm low on food, I feel like I can do another if I end up soloing. Do. Excalibur. 2 more kills to go. I mean, it looks easier from a DPS perspective, DPS's perspective, but it's really not. So I'm low on food, right? Um, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to avoid using tendril and try to heal up. Oh, that was fast. Oh. And then he's gonna use his thing for Carol because he's like full pretty much. Lightning on their side. See how Carol does lightning? That's why I like Carol's side because we don't have to worry about that. Just have to worry about Carol getting down. And you want to spam click if you're already on Carol. On your ability. Damn. And see, I have like 7k HP right there. So I'm able to do another kill. I didn't use any food. You want to avoid those purple bombs there? The purple smoke? Because they do some damage towards you. I think it's 735, I think. Around there. I'm not turning my prayer down. What am I doing? No, not me, bitch. Where are you, actually? Yeah. Whatever, they'll GB, I'll just wait for them. Yeah. I'm too stubborn to bank. Oh, look at this, a 4-bridge tunnel, 4-bridge tunnel. It's gonna be pretty bad. Trying to get out, trying not to use too much food. I'm probably gonna use tendrils and stuff this time. Back up being elitist. I don't really care. People want to GB every kill. It's whatever. I mean, they switch, so it makes sense to me. I feel like they're not gonna need to GB after anymore, since they both are trying to get used to it still. Don't trade me. I don't need a trade. I'm adrenaline stalling. I'm fine. Rip my gen. Why do I click on Carol first? There's no point. Ah, really? Right, we don't stand there. Whoops. What is that? 1 minute, exactly 1 minute kill. Don't worry, I'll speed up the process after this. Yeah, there's people ahead of you. You gotta get used to right clicking so you don't click on their name while you're trying to do things. Not me. Oh, I'm gonna die just by typing that. Lucky. Bang. Okay, but usually you click that to restore your stuff, but I kind of don't need it. My thing's pretty much full, to be honest. Is it? Who are we going on? Me? Here's what I mean. I'm back for anyone to figure out who to go on. Like, really? 4B. What happened? What weapons are ideal to use here? You want to use well, 2 swords for bladed dive and mobile perk. You want to use ascensions and switch to mechanized chumpas right after you use your auto attack. And yeah, and 2H would be necessary too. Once you have like 1 brother alive, or you don't need to use chinchompas. But that's like hench, like when you're really like good and stuff. And I click on something else. Oh fuck, I canceled out my rapid. And you wanna stall as much adrenaline you can, so you get ready to use an what do you call it, an ultimate on Carol. Carol's last. We're focusing on this bitch last, so. See, watch out for the bomb on the other side. Imagine if I was on that side. It would explode on me. Clear 2 spaces. Drink restore for your stats. Switch to mobile perk. I mean, switch to dual melee for your bladed dive. See, none of them are gonna hop over to that side because Carol would spawn on these ledges and you could kill them, help them kill them. But Carol was already down, so it doesn't matter. See how that guy died there? Because they're doing that DD method. So it's just more risky to die. I'll show another time when I did the GB method, or you could just look at my old videos. Because I was actually teaching somebody yesterday. Oops. Is it GB? Is it GB? No. And on me. They keep calling GB every single kill. But yeah, I have 3 uh, blue blubber jellyfish because in case if you eat a rocktail or any other like seafood or whatever, like shark or something, um it decreases your adrenaline when you eat them, and everybody knows that like a brew in jellyfish, like brews in jellyfishes don't do that, right? But you can't really use a brew. Oh shit! What am I doing? You can't. you can't. You can't use a brew without overloads, or else it decreases your stats. But jellyfishes don't do that. So if I really need to, like for instance, if I'm soloing and Carol's the last one alive, right? I don't want my adrenaline to go down whatsoever, because you need to do onslaught as soon as Carol is done his spec, right? So that's what I use the jellyfish for. So my adrenaline stays on top. Everything else is just tails, really. Just gonna click on Carol, I guess. Alright, he's not using range, so I could use corrupt as I please. Corruption blast or whatever. Oof, that looks painful. Or I could just use thresholds, I guess, since they're all already. Oh, this guy wants to recruit. Hold on. I think he's leaving and replacing us. Or you're replacing himself with another person. I just blocked him. I trapped him. It's funny. There's the bug where you can still get trapped. If that ever happens to anybody, you just lobby. Don't. Yeah, I need to give this guy recruit. Why isn't it working? Set rank. Recruit organizer. That works too, whatever. Discord messages incoming. Oh. You want to switch to the other brother if it's like the other one's almost like dead, and try to move closer to them so you don't like cancel out your. Oh my god, he's gonna die. Oh, oh my gosh. God. I'm just gonna save this up. Oh no, it's gonna explode, I think. Fucking ground on Shadow Spin. Yeah, Shadow Realm is when the whole map turns like gray or whatever, and everything is like 50% more painful. So everything just gets more painful. Like everything is boosted for the NPCs. And you saw a glimpse of that where he was grounded, and I fucking idiot. I used bombardment, which takes a while to go through. So yeah, if you're a really good runner, they don't spec at all. But I'm not that great on who. Let me make backup tank. I'm trying to install. What's this? Mesmerize. Oh hey Jess, I don't know if you're there. How often do you stream? I wanna say till like Wednesday to like Saturday, I guess. Yeah. Wednesday to Saturday or like Thursday to Saturday. I'm not I was only doing this for like to save videos and stuff, but I don't know. I might start doing this. I want to switch to the other brother because Torag is really low. Switch back to your main hands, so you're not using Chinchompas. Oh, I didn't even do it. Awkward. I should have just used the unload. The shot's so fucking useless. Oh, it's my fault. I reset it. It's my fault. I'm doing so bad. I'm so sorry. I really am. I'm out of it. Okay. Um. What? Bye. uh. Oh, I should have stayed on their side. I didn't know the other guy died. Look at that avatar. Avatar deeps. Oh no, that's bad. See how the bars are going down? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's good. Got to go, sorry guys. Every team I ended up going to, it's always trio. Let me see if I can fill off somebody. Hold on. I'm gonna ask around. Yeah, GB. Oh, sweet. Okay, I got somebody. It's big world. Uh, a world. Needs to get out of kill. do 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 do. I mean, we could cheer out while we wait. Look at me. Still using Asylum Ring. Didn't die yet. Holly. World. Okay. Okay, trio until I fell. Oh, oh, no, no. Never mind, she's coming. Okay, so I'm gonna be inside tanking this. Kill. Is it set to 4 or 3? Yeah, it's set to 4. So I'm gonna switch to my insight bar and show you guys an insight tanker's perspective, I guess. So link on. Yeah. How oft stream? Nothing new. Do do do. Back. Oh, she thought I meant in 25 minutes. Okay, kick. Patrick, could join the clan. Okay, lob. Or no, don't lob, don't lob. Don't lob. Okay, yeah. So in case you make a for instance, you yeah, you just lobby on the pad. One person lobbies, and then it's set to 3 now. But everybody has to be on the pad, and just one person lobbies, and they'll change it to how many players were on the pad. So that's how you change the instance. Okie dokie. So, yeah, this is gonna be an interesting kill, I guess. So, I don't need Soul Link on. Anticipate on. Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me! Oh my god, I'm scared. Oh my gosh. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, but that scared the shit out of me. I panicked. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm doing so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. What? I can't click. Fuck off. Might have to sign for this. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even need to sign for that. Oh well. Hello. Hello, I'm coming up to pick up Tom's money. Okay, don't get on me. Out of duel. Okay, world. Holy world. There. One on me. Drama alert. Chiss. Bubs, I don't know if you're watching, but I don't have max cash stack to give back to Tom yet, and you're aware of that. And the whole point for me to earn max cash stack was to give it back to you guys, and then afterwards, you know, earn money on my own. But I'm not there yet. I can give you guys the money when I have it, which is like 100 mil left. That's the whole point for me to earn money was to stack up my energy so then I could bulk sell them in the forums. That's why I said I'm gonna get like 5k energies. By the time I get 5k energies, I could bulk sell them in the forums. So now I actually have a cash stack for myself. Oh, Polyworld's with me. Yeah. What side? You have 15 minutes. I will give you guys the money back. You guys didn't even have to ask for it. Like, I didn't want the fucking cash stack in my thing. So, you guys can calm the fuck down. Because this is ridiculous at this point. You're making something out of nothing while I'm trying to stream and I'm trying to do the kill right now. So, oh my god, I'm not doing anything right. Like, you're making me nervous as fuck right now. Lightning? Ah, shit. Whoops. Is the bomb on the other side? Oh, it's right there. Oh. Okay, first of all, Polywhale is not my girlfriend, okay? This is somebody I barely know. She's a friend of mine, and she has her own girlfriend of 4 to 5 years now. And I have nothing with her. I don't like her. I don't love her. She's just a friend. So if you keep want to tell everybody I'm cheating, cheating with you on her, you go ahead. But I'm not gonna forget what you did to me 2 weeks ago. So even though you did that to me 2 weeks ago, I'm not. The thing is, I still love you a lot, and I'm not gonna fight fire with fire. So if you want to do that right now, you go ahead. But you just leave me alone right now. I will give you guys some money. Even though I was planning to bulk sell it, if it's that important to you over real life right now. But this is just ridiculous. Jump in well. In Polyworld. Jesus Christ. Oops. Okay, so what you do is you auto attack Arham, you go to the other melee brother. You want to use Unload as an inside tanker. You want to switch to melee, prayer. You want to watch out for lightning, so Carol did a spin attack. So after the spin attack, Carol's gonna do lightning, so we're gonna have to watch out for lightning side on here. Yeah, and Guthin just did the spear attack, so you wanna go beside her to take. You see how 1k happened towards her? You gotta be careful because Aham is not aired. See, yeah, see. Oh fuck! I was just talking about the thing too, the lightning. I just mentioned that I was just to focus on trying to commentate the thing to take my mind off right now, because really don't need this half-heart Volclane there. Sorry for the background noise. Easy. I'm rope. If you're the first one to die, you want to make sure your tunnel is if you want to be considerate, you want to make your map really big. Make sure that the tunnel is low, so 3 bridges is not low. 1 to 2 bridges is considered low if you really want to be nice. See, they aren't out. Pay attention to their HP too, because they might be out any second. It looks like they are done. So here is 1B. Me. Oh, yeah. So how you know it's a bridge is on your map. It's a black line on your map. So that's how much bridges you can see. So it's just 1 bridge. So yeah, I gotta fix my preset after. You legit, none of your business, so please stay out of it. Here for something that doesn't belong to you. You're literally sabotaging my, literally going on my stream and saying it's none of anybody's business. You don't understand what you say around other people. Just because you're saying it to me, if you're around other people, they're involved as well. Just because it's their surroundings. Oh my god. Never mind. I can't put it into words right now. Like, it's pissing me off. Does it look like I have max cash stack right now? Like, I was literally gonna give it to you guys without asking. Every fucking stream, I'm like, I want to give max cash stack to Tom or her. I want to give max cash stack back, to Tom and her, and then earn 1 bill on my own after. That's my goal. So as soon as I hit like 3 or as soon as I hit like 5k or 4k energies or something, that's when I was gonna do it and bulk sell my stuff on the forums. It's fucking ridiculous. You're saying it's none of anyone's business, yet you're making everyone involved right now. Okay, lightning's next. Gotta pay attention to that. So I'm just gonna run up and down, because lightning might be up or down. Oh, yeah, lightning's next. Yep. I was not ready. So fucking get it. Oh, there. Oh, okay. Bombs next after lightning. Sorry, was delay on game. It's okay. It's too late now. Fills. Oh no. Fuck off. Oh no! Now it's just soloing the other side. See, I can even touch it. Oh. Can't wait to get off. So sick of this. Oh, we gotta stall. Fuck, I wasn't reading. She can handle it. Should be fine. How much? 7 minutes more. She just doesn't have to. Don't run north. Good. Oh, this is easy. She'll have it. And I don't think you know, but Poliwhirl is Lady. I don't think you know that. Her RS, it's just it's a different name. It's Lady. Good luck. Jesus. Shadow Realm canceled out her onslaught. Rip. Great. This is all my fault. I don't know what I'm doing. Look for the bomb spec. Or light. Oh no. Damn. Nice. 5 more minutes of this, and then yeah. What's this? Fix mouse. Oh. Join. Why are you banning people off my own stream? The fuck? Unban. You know, I've had so many reasons. Fuck's sake. God, Patrika is already. How do I? I don't even know how to do the fucking command anymore. What is the command? Da, 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 da. Okay. There you go. Where's Doll Team? Unban Doll Team. Okay, have been so many instances where I wanted to ban somebody off your Twitch stream, but I never let personal get in the way of it. So you should be mature enough to do the same for me. So quick, keep kicking people off my stream and stuff. I just unmodded you. If you want to do that, this just makes you a huge hypocrite right now. Like, lightning. Fuck. Whatever. One more kill, I guess. How much my Onyx? Onyx. Okie doke. Use. 6. My aura is this one more kill. Calm down. Jump in. The drama. I know, it's really unnecessary. Everybody's here to just see the fucking drama. It's seeing me stream. Like, ah, gosh. Here. You keep telling yourself anything to make yourself feel better. If you keep thinking I'm cheating on you, it's literally paranoid right now. I wouldn't stream with somebody. Why? There's no logic to that. Why would I stream that I'm cheating on you? That wouldn't make any sense. It wouldn't make any sense. I got 200 mil HP with Poliwhirl because she was close enough to it. She's literally was doing RotS with me, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna get 200 mil HP soon, right? So she was gonna get 2 because she was close. Ironically, she was close. So we're just like, okay, well, let's just get together. And if you didn't see that, that was on my stream too. So there's literally solid proof right there that I got it with her for that reason. And first of all, it wasn't even your idea that we're gonna get MTC together too. Like, that was my idea. I got to, the whole point was I was gonna get 200 mil HP and 200 mil range with you because it's a sweet Cupid reference that I wanted. I'll explain after. Can't multitask and scream on. It's fucking an embarrassment of myself. It's whatever. It's nobody's business. I just keep silent about it. God. Lightning. Oh my god, same fucking issue. Finally. Jump over. Oops. Alright, so I'm gonna go broke in a second. And because my old girlfriend prefers I give this back to her right now, so I'm just gonna get rid of all this and give it to her because we're not on good terms, and just go broke on RuneScape. Because her friend let me gave me max cash stack, and I tried so hard to earn it every single day to give it back to him, not because he asked, because I don't want it. And now I'm doing that right now. And she's trying to use this as an excuse because she thinks I'm cheating on her, but I'm not cheating on her. What she did to me 2 weeks ago, fucking playing a game while my mother and I were yelling at me, and I stormed out of the house, and literally no message whatsoever when I got to shelter. Not hello, are you okay? Nothing. And it's literally 200 mil missing. Yeah, I don't have the money. What do you want from me? Like, oh my god, what else do I have in my bank? Well, here's another thing that I can give her. And another thing. Another thing. But yeah, imagine that. Hearing somebody go through family arguments, and then hearing them storm at the house, and not even messaging them to see if they're okay. Like, seriously. Especially when it's your own partner. And then afterwards, you block her because you don't want to be around her for what she did to you. And then 2 weeks later, she accuses you of cheating on you. Like, fuck off. What's there? Dragon paintballs. Stop trying to play the fucking victim either. Congelating. Forbidden, Central Vaults, Onyxes. I don't know what else I can trade. I'm done with this game. Or I'm just done with being around people. You only need 100 mil. I don't care. It's only 100 mil more, by the way, not 200 mil more, but way to go and lie to me like that. Did I give the thing? Scamming at its finest. Oh, I need 200 mil more. It's actually 100 mil more. What else do I have? I told you where it went. I spent it on stuff, and that's why I was trying so hard to earn RotS money back. Through RotS. And you could wait. I could literally sell them off the fucking forums, and then you could have way more than intended to. Like, but no, you just had to make a fucking scene on the fucking Twitch thing. God, I don't want to look at things right now. What's even valuable in my bank? I don't know. Seed. Blood. Oh, God. Also, you owe me. You owe me for the for what do you call it? Oh my God, it's somewhere in this bank somewhere. Or you already paid for it. Oh, I don't know. Where is it? I bought some thing for you to elk or something. I don't know if it bought or I gave it to you. Because it's somewhere in here. Otherwise, I don't know. Here's weapon poison I can give you. What about bruise? Bruise. Restores. Trade. And by the way, if you don't even know, Sohee is probably worth. This girl right here is her girlfriend. In case you didn't know that. God, this is not gonna be enough, is it? I'm sure. I don't even know how much I've given away so far. God. You can't sell that. You can't trade that either. Damn it. 42 mil. I didn't steal anything! Now you're making up that I stole money? Why would I steal money? What? That makes no sense. I'm giving you it back right now. Tom was the one who gave me it because he was quitting RuneScape. He gave me that money. Are you serious? I didn't steal anything. Tom gave me the max cash stack, and I didn't want it, but I bought something. I don't remember what I bought, but I bought something, and I was low on cash, so I was trying to make it through RotS this entire time so I could give it back to him. And if you don't believe me, look at my previous stream a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I don't care. Like, you're making up that I'm cheating, and you're making up that I scammed Tom. Like, oh my God. Even look at Tom's. I don't know if his tweets are still there, but he literally cut. And he did the same thing to Sahil too. Everybody knows that. He gave max cash back to Sahil. Sahil didn't steal it. Sahil didn't steal that. He gave max cash to Sahil for the same reason he gave max cash back to me. Because he was quitting RuneScape. Because he was going through problems with his ex. And you know that. So stop saying to everybody that I was cheating on you, and stop saying that, making shit up now. That so know what else. I don't even know how much I've given away already. Probably more than so. Just don't care at this point. Fucking choosing a game over me. I don't know. I've given my RotS to tab with divine charges, magic logs, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Where'd she go? There she is. Other player's busy. Oh, gnome thingy. I bought this earlier because I was trying to be sweet, even though we're not on good terms. No. So 40, 50. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure. No. Except. What else? I've given away 100 mil right already. If you don't believe me, I also bought that top that you have right now, the blue checkered one. I bought for you for 30 mil. So if you don't want it, if you want nothing to do with me, you could sell that fucking shirt for 30 mil. Because 40 plus 14 plus whatever 30 mil is over 100 mil right now, and I've given you more than it should be. So yeah, actually no, because you use the keepsake key, so that means it's whatever. I'll just fucking earn the money after and slow over this game. Okay. Well, it's over with. I think. Right here. Done. I haven't been reading the Twitch chat, so if you wanted to message me, why didn't you message me in game when you were right there, or DMs like you have been? Like, why are you making it into a publicity thing? Okay, stop trying to talk and be professional and just give me my money. Are you kidding me? I'll be one, don't just give me my money. People on my stream talk to me, they don't flame you in order to defend your actions. I'm not trying to make myself feel better. I'm trying to get my money back. Listen, I don't care, man. Stop trying to convince. Now you're referring me as stupid instead of. Okay, please. Who are you trying to convince? Me or yourself? Look, your stream is muted. I'm in max guild. I expect what Tom gave you back, which from what you promised me should not be touched back, in full max cash stack. Stop being so stupid and just give the damn money. You're literally trying to talk yourself out of it. I'm not talking myself out of anything. What the hell? You can look at my previous streams, and I was just like, I'm gonna give it back. I'm gonna give it back. I didn't make the money yet, and I was literally 100 mil off. If you look at my stream earlier today too, I was just like, oh, I'm 100 mil off. I'm gonna give that back to Tom or Patrico, whatever. I know. I'm not trying to talk myself out of anything. I've been saying it for the very longest time. I've been telling everybody, that I wanted to give it back. But okay, you bring your people into here and you make stuff up. Where's the max cash that Tom gave you? I was tired. I was on the phone with you the entire. You were. Gosh, calm me down. You hold it against me while you spend it. See all the shit you bought. Give it. Okay, first of all, when someone gives you max cash stack, they don't tell you to hold on to it. They give it to you, and then they tell you to do whatever you want with it. So you hold on to it, and you don't do anything with it. But you need to buy stuff in game. So you start buying stuff in game, and you've been trying to make it up by re-earning the money back. So It's like really because you have a feeling that one day they're gonna come back and be like, oh, I give you money back. I want my I want my money back, but you know, I told you you could do anything without it. Share it with Nicole too. But okay, whatever. Yeah, it's almost like it happened to me. Like, I don't say, who are you trying to convince or feel bad for you? Who? You've done so much more worse than me. I'm not. I just want my money. Where's the max cash stack? There. Tom had no. Where's the max cash stack? Why don't you have it? How do you spend max cash stack? I want to explain that you spent from 100% to zero. Share. I didn't spend from 100% to zero. I only spent one bill because I wanted to. This is what I bought. If you don't want to see it, I bought a limitless site signal, and I just bought, what else was there? I bought uh I bought promotion items or whatever. No, I bought override keepsake keys. I didn't buy much important things. Yeah, I bought keepsake keys and I keepsaked a light bulb hat. But the thing is, I didn't know I had keepsake keys already. So I bought like 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No wait, one. I bought whatever was the one on the thing. 6 on Solomon's store. The highest one was 6 or something. I don't know how much rune coins that was, but I bought it when I already had some over some keepsake thingies. And if you don't believe me, go to Off Topic, Raid FC Chat, and look at it. Where I even asked people, you know, I think it was Backup Take too. He's here right now too. I asked him in particular, and Off Topic, I'm like, how do you look at override keys or whatever? Because it wasn't in my thing. It wasn't in my bank. Because I thought it goes in your bank after you buy it from the Solomon store, but they don't. It ends up in your wardrobe, and you can just right click all the way down here, and I didn't know that. The thing is, you're accusing me of all these things, but you have no proof to back up your claim whatsoever. I have video footage. I have text from like everywhere to show that I'm not lying about anything. But if you want to keep manipulating people, including yourself, then keep doing so. Played with their Twitch messages. Hey, they banned me. You even banned somebody that you don't even know, or even I know. You banned a Filkited devils. Like, what's your problem? You're taking out your personal issues towards everybody else right now. I don't even know a Filkited devils, and he's just messaging me right now saying he's banned from the Twitch chat because you're taking it out on him. Hey, I still have an 5,000 second ban when you get the chance. If it were me, they just keep causing all the issues. I just keep the money. I think she'd ban like everybody. Are you you actually banned everybody from here? Can you turn off your stream? Yeah, I'm gonna turn off on my stream. There's just no way to contact her right now, and I wasn't really thinking, so I'm gonna log off, or I'm gonna get off the stream and take care of everybody. I don't know where I'm going with this. You saw what happened. Everybody saw what happened. Literally, just stop. Just stop at this point. Like, good night, everybody.